Hi everyone, I am Akash Nahar and again I come back to my channel with another watercolor video. After a long time, I again start my channel, so I'm quite happy for that. So today I will create a riverscape, and in this painting you can see three boards I have already created in this painting. And for the sky area I use cobalt blue, and for greeny effect I use ultramarine blue and little bit of sap green and orange. And you can see how I create the river area. For the river area I just use the water and just wash the extra green, and again I use some yellow ochre and lemon yellow, and just I overlapping the water and color over the boats, and you can see how I create the fast tone. So when you are doing in watercolor, you have to maintain and you have to understand how you create the whole painting. If you follow the process and if you practice regularly, and I think your watercolor will be good enough. And now you can see my first tone is almost done, and second tone here I create with my small brush, and you can see how I create the boats. For the boat color I use a little bit of brown and ultramarine blue, and you can see how I create the shadow part on the river area. And this is how I will again create the other boats. For the big one I use a little bit of orange and yellow ochre, and the brush here I use a small flat brush. And I think this video will definitely help you to understand the secret of watercolor. So if you practice how I teaching you, then I think your watercolor should be good enough in future if you regularly practice it. So you can see how I create the boat area and the lower part also, and the shadow part on the river. For the shadow part I use again burnt sienna and little bit of ultramarine blue and some water, and the second tone is almost done. And I add some detail here. And for the detail part I use again the rigger brush, and you can see how I create the details. And last I use the same color, but the pigmentation is little bit of darker, and I use the flat brush here, and this is the final tone, which is called third tone. So whenever you do watercolor you have to maintain this tone: first tone, second tone and third tone. When you create the first tone you should not be hesitate, just wash the color with water and boldly you just run the brush on your paper. That's it. When you use the color for the second tone you should little bit of care to add some value and shadows. You have to maintain it in your painting. And when you create the third tone, then you should really concentrate it in that time, because this is the final tone. Those are great artists in watercolor medium. They usually use lots of tone like 4th and 5th tone also. So here it is, my painting is almost done, and I think this painting is really help you. Thank you guys, bye bye, and I will definitely come with my another watercolor video.